face it, it's a point of pride. I'm the super rich complaining I want more in life. Cry, baby, cry, oh, cry, baby, cry, oh. I don't really care where I stand in the winner's circle. Make room for a man from the middle with you. I don't even know how I got to the finish, but don't care, don't make no difference to me. I don't understand what you're saying, only kinda listen. Make room for a man on a mission with you. I don't even know how I got to the finish, but don't care, don't make no difference. I lost the weight and then I start to tumble. My mind betrayed me many years ago. I walk alone to keep from slipping under. Got lost as soon as I stepped out the door. I'm a martyr who just never got his time to shine. I'm a punk kid, no reason why. Nothing finer than the taste of tears running down my face. So cry, baby, cry, oh, cry, baby, cry, oh. I don't really care where I stand in the winner's circle. Make room for a man from the middle with you. I don't even know how I got to the finish, but don't care, don't make no difference to me. I don't understand what you're saying, only kinda listen. Make room for a man on a mission with you. I don't even know how I got to the finish, but don't care, don't make no difference. Set off in search of satisfaction, rattling my replacement heart of gold. I'm coming back to join the cast of Carmen. I never sung a single song before. I don't really care where I stand in the winner's circle. Make room for a man from the middle with you. I don't even know how I got to the finish, but don't care, don't make no difference to me. I don't understand what you're saying, only kinda listen. Make room for a man on a mission with you. I don't even know how I got to the finish, but don't care, don't make no difference. Everybody needs somebody, no doubt. Sugar, just step into your sneakers and step behind the speakers. Your heart will keep me beating and make me a believer. Don't you want me? Don't you want me? I need some mercy on my soul right now. Give me what you got. Oh, oh, oh. Give me what you got. Oh, oh, oh. I said, roll up, roll up, roll up. Yeah, come get your love. I don't care where we're dancing tonight. Just as long as you're there in the brink of the light. I said, roll up, roll up, roll up. Yeah, come get your love. I don't care if I'm losing my way. I've been waiting for you as the night fades away. So roll up, roll up, roll up, roll up. Can I get an amen when the night ends? There's no winner when you're walking alone. Sliding down the last street as the day creeps. What you doing with nobody at home? Step into your sneakers and step behind the speakers. Your heart will keep me beating and make me a believer. Don't you want me? Don't you want me? I need some mercy on my soul. Give me what you got. Oh, oh, oh. Give me what you got. Oh, oh, oh. I said, roll up, yeah, come get your love. I don't care where we're dancing tonight. Just as long as you're there in the brink of the light. I said, roll up, yeah, come get your love. I don't care. Can't stop listening to this voice in my head. Got me tearing through the covers on this rusty spring bed. Bust through the doors, flames kissing my back. That's all I remember, and then everything's black. You know, sounds so familiar, someplace hot in my soul. Hello, transmission. Now you're in control. I look up, I look down. Everybody's bathing in holy water. Ain't enough gone around. Raise their cups, wear their crowns. You're sitting on a gold-stained altar. Feel the jungle you sound. I walk in a fever, taste the blood in my mouth. My eyes blue shiny purple, and I'm riddled with doubt. It feels so peculiar, boiling hot in my soul. Farewell, transmission, not meant for this world. I look up.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. It's been a long fortnight of anticipation. The kickoff of Super Bowl 51 is just about upon us. For these players and coaches, it's the culmination of a lifetime of dreams. Which team will lift the Lombardi Trophy? We're about to find out. It's the Bengals going up against the Panthers. So the time has come. Let's send you out to the stadium and join the two men that will have the Super Bowl call. Here are Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
All right, thanks, Larry. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and NRG Stadium in Houston. We count down to kickoff in what should be an epic one here between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Carolina Panthers. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30. It was Eric Reed in on the stop. And here's the offense today that hopes to get off to a strong start. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ethan Westbrook's in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. So now at 3rd and 12 with an extra defender here in the secondary, a nickel look. And Philip Dorsett hauls it in. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. It wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this one down inside the 45. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
And that's a nice pickup of a 1st down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Here we go now.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Mariota now. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Well, we saw the practice film this week. They wanted to focus on these intermediate passing plays, and it paid off there.
And they took that focus not just to the practice field, but in the film room to show the guys exactly what they wanted, what types of looks they should expect to get, and how they would beat those coverages each and every time, and it paid off on that play.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. And a look at the offense that is hoping to put some points up in bunches here in this one. Throwing again, Mariota on 2nd and 10. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. And the linebacking core could certainly be crucial today.
They do everything really, really well. Fly to the football, defend the pass, you name it, they do it, as well as set.
It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Taking it about the 16. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will come back onto the field for the 1st and 10. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to
Latavius Murray. Touchdown, Carolina. Latavius Murray, 69 yards. And the Panthers are going to take a first-quarter lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll probably wish he reconsidered here. It'll cost him 10 yards now with a new rule as he's down at the 15-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time, which is punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, time for them to give them a rest. Took the words right out of my mouth. Mariota now on second down. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. So this is now the fourth time in the last 6 Super Bowls that we've had a safety. Obviously, that's strange when you figure during the regular season, on average, you'll see a safety about once every 14 games. So an oddity here, to say the least. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big time, John? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
And here are the defensive starters. In your old position, you get to talk about this. Now he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down. Randy Gregory in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year. So 3rd and 15 and an extra defensive back in the game now.
Flooding the passing lanes.
And down he'll go at the 25. 9 yards on the carry, but it's going to lead to a 4th down.
And it is still early, just the first quarter. But you start prorating the numbers, and we might be in for some history. I mean, that last run puts him over 100 yards already, and we've still got 3 quarters to go.
And this will be taken at the 13. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Bengals take possession. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Bengals with a football to begin quarter number 2. But they face a 2nd and long to start things out. Now a 2nd down throw for Mariota. Deep drop. He sets to fire deep. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it. What people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete.
Well, they decided to air it out a little bit on that play, take a shot downfield, but the coverage was really nice. Able to get a hand in and tip it away.
And how about this, a fake? And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. Carolina getting set to take the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The
Leverage.
big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Again, it's Murray. And he'll be taken down at the 34. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. They'll set up to throw, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. There he goes left side, and he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Carolina getting set to take the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. Good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press.
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Randy Gregory in there to drop him. And his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year. Back to throw here. Flushed out right. And an alley to run. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 13 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on 2nd down. But that was a unit that understood exactly where the 1st down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
They go back to Murray on 1st down. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. 5 yards left for the offense. It's 2nd down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. They'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
He's going to launch this thing way down. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the 1st down or to have the defense have to hold
But he
on.
trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the Wild Bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. Cuts it out here, left sideline. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Tevin Coleman, 52 yards. And the Bengals have taken the lead. And now it's blocked. And they drew up the counter there. There goes Green. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. And he dives into the end zone and gets the 2 points. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. Murray, the lone setback. He'll get the football here. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. They'll set up a throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Oh, shifty.
Whoa.
And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
He's had a big game tonight, and while no one's going to be overly concerned about that last play, you also know that the offense coordinator does not want to see that happen again. They want to get back to doing what they've been doing.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception picked off by Ryan Shazier. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And tough starting field position here. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Following the interception here, Mariota. And pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Buying time to his left. And his throw here is incomplete.
Well, partner, so much for the mismatch. How about the guy at the second level, that big linebacker, able to run with the receiver and make a play on the football?
On 3rd down, Mariota. And he locates Luke Wilson. The 13 yards that time at a first.
That's a good-looking play to me. The big tight end on a crossing route coming underneath. Sometimes he can gain some serious momentum going forward, can he?
And he can indeed, and pretty well executed there. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And at the end of it, he stripped. Ball comes loose. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
Now I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not their friend.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Again, it's Mariota. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit and forced an incompletion.
Mariota, flush to his right. And he comes back with one complete. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. In the red zone this time.
That's the type of play there that puts the defense in a stress. Marcus Mariota on the run. You don't know whether he's going to take it downfield or throw the footballs we just saw there. And boy, was he accurate with that one.
And you know, the Oregon coaches offered him a scholarship without ever seeing him start a game because they saw him in camp. They saw plays like that. Offered him.
He didn't start very much in high school, but he started a lot once he got to Oregon.
Now Mariota. And his throw is incomplete. And the offense readies for play number 10 of this series. So here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. Mariota again. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And, Charles, they get the field goal. Took him a dozen plays, though.
Work with me on this one. You know what I'm about to say, right? Bend but don't break. That's what came into play here for the defense. 12 plays were run at them. They only gave up 3 points. In a lot of ways, that's a win for the defense.
Carolina getting set to take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Murray the lone setback. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. He'll look to throw. He finds Latavius Murray. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. Now a play fake here on first down. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, mini camp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
They'll look to throw here. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
I'm not quite sure how he wasn't able to hold on to that one in the end zone. A great opportunity lost, but a lot of relief for the defensive guys. When they get into film next week, they're going to want to know what happened. Where was the breakdown that almost allowed a touchdown?
So they're still down, but they are able to salvage 3 here heading into the lockers.
This is what you work on from the beginning of training camp. Heading into the half, put some points on the board. No matter what the score says at that point, you've accomplished what you set out to do.
And with a new rule, that decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he only gets to the 20. So we've reached intermission in what has been a back-and-forth Super Bowl 51 from Houston. As we send you over to our headquarters in Orlando, where we check in with Larry Ridley for our EA Sports Halftime Report. That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. They will run again with Coleman. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
From our vantage point, that was just one bad play by the offensive line in a series of really good ones tonight. But I know that they're going to be really ticked off. It's a lot like a baseball pitcher losing a no-hitter late in the game.
Second down, Mariota. It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it. The big man, get the oxygen tank ready. And he takes it into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery and a touchdown for the Panthers. And we had only seen 6 of those in Super Bowl history, fumble returns for a touchdown. Now we've seen 7.
And how about this? Back-to-back Super Bowls.
That's right.
In the last one, we had Denver. Von Miller with the strip sack. Malik Jackson falling on it for the touchdown.
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. A beautiful fake. And he'll probably wish he reconsidered here. It'll cost him 10 yards now with a new rule as he's down at the 15-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, the pressure, the hits, the sacks have been coming at him all game long. I'm frankly surprised that they haven't found a solution yet to create more time for him to throw it or maybe change what they do on offense.
And that's one of the biggest differences in this game and why they're losing right now. Now Mariota. It's caught left side by Cooks. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. A first down throw for Mariota. Dancing to his left. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Now Mariota. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A really nice gain of 25 yards. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
A second down throw here for Mariota. Escaping the pressure right. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Forced out to his left. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on to it at second down.
When teams take shots at the end zone, you've got to defend it the same way you defend the first down sticks. You defend the goal line exactly the same way. They can't cross that. You play through the receivers, and on that play, that's exactly what they did and batted it away. And he still doesn't have a catch. We're into the second half. I think it's a little bit of a surprise to me, but that was one he should have caught.
Absolutely. That was his best opportunity right there. He dropped it. And the third down pass falls incomplete. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
Oh, and you just can't do that. 15 yards on the roughing the kicker call.
Absolutely inexcusable. The kicker's in a defenseless position, and he just gets taken out.
They come up in an offset eye. Throwing, Mariota. His throw incomplete. And the seemingly endless drive continues. Throwing again, Mariota on second. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Luke Wilson from 13 yards out. And the Bengals are going to jump back in front. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can. It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it. Look at the big man rumble. And it's picked up by the Panthers. The 40. Past the 20. 10. 5. And can you believe this? It's 2 points the other way on the fumble return. Now, after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And last year, that would have been a net gain of 5 on the return. This year, he stopped where he would have been if he had taken a knee, and that's at the 25. Carolina getting set to take the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are...
And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, what, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gaudens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like. Like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them.
They go with Murray again. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
They run again with Murray. He's seen a ton of action tonight. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player. After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
On third down, Murray. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
So the drive takes him inside the 10, but it ends with just 3.
And a nice job defensively to rise up and make sure they didn't get in.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time, fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester, that's for sure, because to be that close and come away with no points is really disappointing, not just for the guys on offense, but the defensive players, too, who thought, hey, we're going to put some points up and have a little momentum going. They've got to find a way to just get it out of their minds, let it go,
short-term memory,
and move on to the next series.
Mariota flushed out right, and he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. Mariota now. And this is going to be incomplete. Here's Pat McAfee now. On, we think, to punt, though he's faked it earlier, but he was unsuccessful. This is brought in at the 21. 12 yards on the return that time. And out will come the offense as they take over. Carolina getting set to take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super tough.
And he'll get this up to about the 40. Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
They brought in an extra defensive back here, so probably not expecting a run on 3rd and 3.
A good call.
And it's caught. The tight end Hill. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Panthers out in front and in control of the football as well as we begin quarter number 4. Here's Marquette King now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. And some room to roam now. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. It's a big play that time on the fake punt. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. They keep it on the ground, but this time it's Murray. And he's going to bring this one down to right about the 20-yard line. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. And in this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And not great starting field position here for the offense. And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. And he's got room. Shreds him with his... Now a loose football. Coleman lost it. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man. But that certainly felt like an example of the defense just saying, okay, we've had enough. We've gotten mashed all night long. About time we got a good play in. But flip it over to the offensive side. They've got to be really upset that they allowed him.
It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity missed.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
3rd and long here for Mariota. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in.
I know where we're headed on this. Terrific catch, gets his feet down, sets up a 4th down and short situation. But I bet we're wondering, why didn't he get to the 1st down marker running his route? Am I correct?
You got to know where the marker is, right?
Got to figure it out. I know every receiver is taught that. Sometimes circumstances change it. At least they have an opportunity to make a decision with not much yardage to go.
Carolina getting set to take the field. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Murray the lone setback. They'll set up to throw. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond. Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation. I was going to say, maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that. Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. And the Panthers bring in their nickel set as they try to defend here on 3rd down. 5 defensive backs. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Now Mariota sliding out of the pocket. And that is incomplete. Here's Pat McAfee now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. And look at this, another fake. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. It'll be a gain of 9. Carolina getting set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window? I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all. Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And the offense here just looking to stay in bounds, complete the short passes, and put this game on ice. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. 2 minutes to go in Super Bowl 51 from Houston. We're back to perhaps crown a champion after this. A nickel back added defensively as they look to stop this 3rd and 8. Down to the, and now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So, Charles, I think from a defensive perspective, you have to look at that field goal there and consider it a win.
You were able to keep them within a touchdown, so no question about it. That was the kind of stand that keeps you in ball games.
That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 yards with a new rule as he's taken down right at the 20-yard line. The Bengals getting set to go. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Their dangerous wide receiver, 53 yards. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And it is good. There were about 70,000 people about to turn blue from holding their breaths, but it's good, and this Super Bowl is tied. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Carolina getting set to take the field. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking. But the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Murray, the lone setback. Now a play fake. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And the offense will get this one back. Boy, that could have been catastrophic at this late stage of the game, but they avoid disaster. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. A handoff. It's Murray. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front. And a lot of times that is one-on-one. If you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
Looking to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. And an overtime playoff game, but the rules, they stay the same as they did in the regular season.
That's exactly right. Whoever scores first, unless it's a touchdown, the other team has a chance to match. That's how it really gets played out. But remember this, no matter how far we go in overtime, in the regular season, there was only 1 period. Here, we're going to go until we have a winner.
Carolina getting set to take the field. This is the first Super Bowl ever to go to overtime. Can you believe you and I are on hand for this?
This is so cool to be here for the first time. In this situation, can you imagine the nerves that have jumped back up? Because ordinarily we worry about nerves at the start of a game, then they settle in. But in overtime, it's all on the line. And remember, if you get the ball first, a touchdown ends it. Can they march it downfield and get it done?
Are you nervous? I'm nervous.
I'm beyond nervous.
Murray, the lone setback. Now a first throw here in overtime. Eluding the pressure right. And Hill with it over the middle. And he's taken down, but not up before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. And the offense behind the chains here, a touch on 2nd and 11. They'll set up a throw. Flush to his right. They complete it to Hill. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Give him 7 on the play, and they're going to face a third down.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
And that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
So a big move here, playing to win in overtime. They're going to go for it on 4th down. Now a carry here for Orleans Darkwa. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. They'll have 2 left here in overtime. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Shift together here from the D-line. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power.
Oh, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. And out now, here come the Bengals. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
That part 1 is done, now part 2. And quickly, they get to the line. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And they do get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
And we all know it's turned into a passing league in the NFL, but that doesn't mean people still don't like to run the football. When you run it that successfully, the offensive line is fired up. What they want to do each and every game is run block. Get out and smack some people. I would say go ahead and run it again.
No gain, and it's second down. So now one of the big... And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. They'll be left with 2 remaining here in this overtime session. And his kick is good. The field goal is through the uprights, and they've won the Super Bowl. Bengal Nation rejoice. Cincinnati has given you the Super Bowl title.
Put away your inhibitions. Let the beast in you just get loose. We all young, wild, and different. We can all get lit from a little. I know you're terrified by what the future lies, but there's no compromising. It's my way or the highway. We all just slave the lust. Hard building, breaking trust. Don't get wild when we come out. Like, don't get loud when the come out. That's instant. Give up what your friends think. Tell they bougie. Go wait in line with them lame. Talking real rap. Tell them break your neck. Go and bust a rhyme. Going down, pass it around, hey. What with me now, we running well, hey. And nobody can, we on the town, hey. Never come down, I never come down. Lose it. I might lose it. Everybody got guilty pleasures. Mine just tend to catch me cases. Handcuffs, police inspections, lawyers, judges, allegations. Turn on your favorite station. You hear the same old song. I feel like, dog, I'm about to drop the bomb. Blow one down, pass it around. Hey, what with me now? We running wild. Hey, and nobody can. We on the town. Hey, never come down. I never come down. Blow one down, pass it around. Hey, what with me now? We running wild. Hey, and nobody can. We on the town. Hey, never come down. I never come down. Lose it. I might lose it. I might lose it. I might lose it. Lose it. I might lose it. I might lose it. I might lose it. Lose it. I might lose it. We're awake, we're alive, got the fire in our eyes. We're the kings, we're the queens, and if this is just a dream, don't wanna wake up. Let this feeling break up. We're running free, running wild, never running out of style. Got the fight, got the stuff, got the never giving up, not gonna shake.